Hello everyone, I'm the Prince of Punks, and today I'm going to be ranking all of the Gen 1 Pokemon and their Mega Evolutions, if they have any. Okay, so first off we have Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's a pretty cool Pokemon, I like him, definitely my favorite of the Gen 1 starters, and he's pretty cool, but I do ultimately feel like he's kind of basic, so I'm going to give him a B tier. And then his evolution, Ivysaur. I'm gonna give it a B tier as well, just because I feel like nothing really has changed. He just kind of became bigger, and the flower, yeah. But Venusaur, I am going to be giving an A tier because that is just so cool. He's a big frog thing with a giant tree growing out of his back, and I love it. Mega Venusaur, I'm also giving an A tier because I feel like it's just Venusaur, but better. Like more flowery ish. The tree is bigger, it's more like overgrown looking. Just everything about it is dope. Next up is Charmander, and Charmander I feel like is a little bit overrated. Like ultimately, yeah, his final evolution Charizard is really cool, but I'm gonna have to give him a C tier just because I feel like he's kind of a basic lizard, you know. Charmeleon is going to get bumped up to a B tier because obviously he got more fire on his tail. He looks kind of more dragon dinosaur ish like. And Charizard is getting an A tier because he's not quite S tier, but he is very cool, and I do like Charizard. Next up is the first Mega Charizard, and I'm giving this Mega Charizard an S tier just because the black and blue looks amazing, and I just love the design of this thing. Then the other Mega Charizard, I'm giving an A tier because it's just kind of like the same situation with Mega Venusaur. It's Charizard, but more dragon-like. Next up, we got Squirtle, the last of the starters. And this dude, he's a turtle. He's cute. I like him. I'm giving him B tier. Wartortle, I feel like they could have done a little bit better, but ultimately, I do like his design, going in B tier as well. Blastoise, I love Blastoise. It's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. Not quite my favorite though, so he's getting an S tier. Mega Blastoise just looks like it should be in the army because it's literally a tank. And for that, I'm giving it a A tier. It's not quite as cool as Blastoise in my opinion, just because it feels a little bit overdone. Like they just pretty much gave it more guns, more firepower. Like yeah. Out of the starters, we have Caterpie. Caterpie is just a simple caterpillar. It's nothing too crazy, but it's nothing too lame, so I'm giving it a C tier. Metapod, it is a cocoon, like a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, becomes a butterfly and all that, but it is very simple, very basic, but that is what a cocoon should be, but I'm still going to give it a D tier because it is definitely lame. Butterfly, we're definitely picking it up. Better than Metapod. Better than Caterpie. Still not quite amazing, but you know, it's definitely one of the better ones, so I'm giving it a B tier. Weedle just feels like you took a Caterpie and then you made an off-brand version, so it is getting a D tier. Weedle is still epic though. Kakuna, definitely cooler than Metapod, a bit more creative, I feel like, and I just genuinely like it better than Metapod, so it's getting a C tier. Beedrill is definitely epic. Best one in this line, easily, by far. Better than Butterfree, in my opinion, just in design. But, yeah, Beedrill is definitely getting an A tier. Mega Beedrill is where it just goes crazy. Like, you took a Beedrill, gave it crack cocaine, and this is what was born from it. It is definitely epic, and I'm definitely giving it an S tier. Pidgey is just a basic little pigeon, nothing special, nothing like awful about it, but you know, Pidgey's pretty cool, pretty chill. I'm giving it a C tier. Now it's evolution. I'm pretty sure this one's Pidgeotto. I can't remember if it's Pidgeotto, and then it's Pidgeot. Okay, so this one, it's pretty much the same as Pidgey. Nothing too special about it. Nothing too insane. Just kind of bird. Now Pidgeot, Pidgeot. It's pretty much the same thing. It just got longer hair, tail, or well, why is this one? This one has yellow and red. This one just has a red tail, but you know, pretty much just has longer hair, bit bigger, still just a bird. Mega Pidgeot, though, this one looks like a beast. This one looks like a hawk just ready to swoop down and grab something out of a lake. Like, I'm giving this thing a B tier. Better than these three, but not quite as good as some of these other ones. Now, Rattata, although it is a very simple rat, I do still really like it. And for that, I'm going to give it a C tier as opposed to a D tier, like its evolution Raticate, because I feel like they just had such a cute little mouse Pokemon, and then they just turned it into this thing. And it's like, oh my goodness, what did you do to my boy? Now, on to Spearow. This one is pretty much just like the same situation as Pidgey, although this one is a bit more creative, and I do kind of like it a bit more, so I'm going to give this one a C tier, but it is definitely better than Pidgey. Not quite as good as Bulbasaur, though. Now, its evolution Fearow, I'm doing the same thing as the Pidgey line. It is getting a C tier as well, because it is not that great. Nothing too special about it, just like, yeah, Ekans, cute little snake, I like it. He's just kind of vibing, In any Pokemon game I run into an Ekans, I'm not complaining. I'm gonna catch it. Will I use it? No, but it's cool, so I'm giving it a B. Its evolution Arbok looks totally sick, like it's ready to kill someone. Pretty much a classic on any antagonist in a Pokemon game. So I'm giving it an A tier. A for Arbok, I guess. Pikachu is just a classic. I should not have to explain. It's getting an A tier. Its evolution Raichu is definitely going down. I feel like evolving Pikachu was just it was a little unnecessary. Like, it didn't have to be a thing, but they made it a thing. I'm not going to complain about it, but because Raichu's cool, it just feels a little unnecessary. So I'm giving it a B tier. Sandshrew, amazing. I love him. A tier. Sandslash, also A tier. Nidoran female. I like this one, but not enough to give it one of the higher ranking tiers, so it is getting C. Nidoran male, I do like it better than the female. I think the design is a little cooler, so I'm giving this one a B tier. Nidorino, I'm going to give a C tier as well, just because I do like it better than its prior evolution, but still nothing too special about it. And now Nidorino, the male Nidoran evolution. I can't remember which one's Nidorino and Nidorina, But yeah, it is getting a C tier because this one was just kind of cute and adorable. This one's like, I'm a rhino now. And then it finally learns how to stand on its legs again with Nidoking. And this one, totally badass, totally getting an A tier. Now, Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is pretty cool. Not quite as cool as Nidoking, though, so it is getting a B tier. Alright, next up we have Clefairy. Clefairy, it doesn't really feel too special. It's just kind of one of those, I'll pass on if I ever see it. So for that, I'm giving it a D tier. Clefable, it feels like Clefairy, but just so much extra, they gave it wings and all that. So that is definitely going to be the first Pokemon I'm putting in F tier. Vulpix is pretty cool, very cool early game fire type to have. And I'm going to be giving Vulpix a C tier because it's not too insane. It looks pretty good, but it's nothing compared to Ninetales, its evolution, which is getting a B tier. Now, Jigglypuff, just based on looks alone and its lore and all that, I would give it a C tier. But because of the Detective Pikachu movie, Jigglypuff is moving up and getting a B tier. And now Wigglytuff is Jigglypuff, but just fat, and that's amazing, so B tier as well. Zubat is I like his design. It's not too special, though, And anytime you go in a cave, it doesn't matter what Pokemon game it is, you're going to find a Zubat, and it is so annoying because most of the time it's the only thing you can find, so that it instantly gives it an F. Its evolution Golbat, though, I don't like his design quite as much as Zubat, but you don't find it every 5 seconds when you're in a cave, so that is getting a D. Oddish, definitely one of the better early game Pokemon to have, plus its evolution Vileplume is amazing. So I'm going to give this one a C tier because it's not too creative, it's just kind of like mediocre. Yeah. Its evolution Gloom, D tier. Just look at it. It drools. Vileplume, however, Vileplume is a pretty good Pokemon and definitely one of the cooler Gen 1 Pokemons in my opinion, so I'm giving it an A tier. Paris, he looks kind of like a little mushroom crab. You kind of don't really know what's going on in his head. He looks kind of clueless half the time. He also looks like something that similar to a cockroach, I would guess. Or, well, he doesn't look like a cockroach, but I feel like that would be kind of what he is treated as, so I'm giving him a D tier. Parasect looks like your Paris infestation has been going on for so long they started turning into these things, which it doesn't even have pupils and terrifies me, so I'm giving it a C tier. Venonat, I definitely like Venonat. Venonat is really cool, to me at least. I don't know, something about his design, it's so simple yet I love it, so Venonat is getting an A tier. Venomoth, it's like they had so much potential with Venonat, and they did use it. He turned into a beautiful moth, but I just do not like the moth as much, so I'm giving it a B tier. Next up is Diglett. Diglett, I feel like I'm saying that weird. Diglett. Okay. Diglett is nothing too special, but yeah, I kind of like him, but not enough to give him a higher rank, so he's getting a C tier. Dugtrio is Diglett, but bigger and 3, and for that, is getting B, just because of all the Dugtrio fan art I see about what's going on under there. Meowth is just a cat who's trying to vibe, and I respect it. He gets an S. Plus, Team Rocket with their Meowth, amazing. Persian, he is definitely a cooler looking than Meowth, but he just doesn't have that much like if I would see Persian on Team Rocket or just with anyone like that, it's just kind of like, oh, they have Persian, not, oh my god, it's Jesse and James with their Meowth, you know? So Persian is getting a B. Psyduck, constantly having a headache, you gotta feel bad for the man. He gets a B. Golduck, I personally like Psyduck way better than Golduck, so Golduck is going to have to get a C. Mankey is he's just a monkey. And, you know, monkeys are kind of cool, but this one looks like he would throw poop at you, so he gets a D. Primeape, he looks like he would run up to the glass if he was in a zoo and just smash it once a little kid is standing next to it, and I gotta respect that, so he gets a C. Growlithe, adorable little fire pupper, gets a B. Arcanine, definitely cooler than Growlithe, still a fire doggo, and you can ride him in Let's Go, so he is definitely going to get an A. Okay, next up is Poliwag. Poliwag, he's just a little tadpole. He's just minding his own business. You never know what's going on in that head of his. Looks clueless half the time. And for that, I respect it. He gets a B. Poliwhirl still looks clueless, but he looks like he's trying to be clueless on purpose to maybe make him funny, you know? And so he gets a C tier. Poliwrath, it just looks like he's ready to fight you. You mess with Poliwag, and you're dead. So he gets a B as well. Next up is Abra. Abra's one of them Pokemon where he's complicated enough to where you like him, but he's simple enough to where you can remember exactly what he looks like. It is a little annoying whenever he teleports away from you all the time if you miss your first Pokeball, which is preventing it from getting a B tier, and he is going to go down in the C tier. Kadabra, the evolution to Abra, is he has spoons, and he looks a lot bigger, older, like awkward teenage years with that half mustache. He's getting a C as well. Alakazam, master of the spoons, he is getting a B tier. Mega Alakazam, like wizard of the spoon arts, master of spooning, gets a B with Alakazam. Machop, he just looks like a little kid, and sometimes I feel like I would just get the urge to kick him. Machoke, he looks kind of like a crocodile in his face with that sharp jaw, and I do kind of like that, so, B tier. Machamp, they took the crocodile away from the boy and gave him 2 extra arms. And what's he going to do with 4 arms? He can punch twice as much now. Good for him. C tier. Bellsprout, he's a plant. D. Weepinbell, he's a plant with a bigger mouth and doesn't have a body now. C. Victreebel, terrifying plant. B. Actually, no, C. Tentacool. Tentacle's, he's chilling. He's just a squid. Like, what more can you ask of him? And I'm gonna give him a C tier. Tentacruel, he's a bit more like poisonous looking. Like, if I seen a tentacool like trying to swim up to me while I'm in the ocean, I'm gonna get away from it, but I'm gonna be chilling compared to like if this thing was coming at me. So that gets a B. Geodude, rock with fists, pretty self-explanatory, not that creative. He's going to be a D as well. Graveler, pretty much a bigger rock with fists. Looks a bit more obnoxious though. Kind of like he would knock something out of your hand, then laugh and walk away if you were at an amusement park. So I'm going to give Graveler an F tier. Golem though, Golem is definitely the coolest in this line. Nothing too special, but he's still a pretty cool Pokemon, so I'm giving him a C. Next up, we got Ponyta, the Fire Pony, and I mean, do I even need to explain? B tier. Rapidash, bigger Fire Pony, like a lot more in your face, and his shiny isn't as cool, so I'm giving it a C. Slowpoke, easily one of the best Pokemon. I love him. S. Slowbro is cool. He looks like he's just vibing. Not quite as good as Slowpoke, but he is an A tier. Mega Slowbro. Now he's just getting eaten alive, and that I respect him for that. He does not look like he's vibing, but besides the point, A tier. Magnemite has a pretty simple design, but I do like him. Definitely one of the Pokemon I would have had on my team during my first playthrough, so C tier. Now Magneton, he's just Magnemite but 3. Now Farfetch'd, he's a duck with a leak pretty much, and yeah, that about describes him. C tier. Like, nothing too special, nothing too bad. Doduo is adorable, and I love it. I just wanna pet it. It looks so fuzzy. B tier. Dodrio, he just looks mean, like he'd be a bully. Like, I remember in Pokemon Snap, he was chasing around, I think it was Pichu and Grookey, but yeah, D tier. Seal, he's a seal. B. Dugong, bigger seal. A. Grimer, he's very gooey. C. Muck, bigger gooey. Shelder, Clam, nothing too special about him. Definitely one of the cooler water types in this generation, though, so C. Cloyster, I feel like if they just would have made Shelder like a little bit bigger, because I don't get how that evolves into that, so I'm giving him a D. Ghastly, very cool ghost type. I do feel like this design is a little bit basic though, but it definitely gets way better throughout the rest of the line. I'm giving Ghastly a C. Haunter though, Haunter gets a B. He's definitely a ghost. You can tell that just by looking at him, and he's pretty cool. Gengar is terrifying if he's just walking out of the shadows, especially in Pokemon Unite, just picking people up with his tongue. He gets an A. Mega Gengar does what Gengar does right, but a little bit better. Not enough to give him a C though. I mean, not C, an S, but yeah, he's an A as well. Onix, he's pretty much just a rock snake. Like, that's not super creative. Actually, well, I guess that is, yeah, pretty creative. But, like, he's just a rock snake. Nothing too special about him. B. Drowsy, I just remember him annoying the crap out of me because he was the only thing I could find on that one beach in Pokemon Sun. D. Hypno's better. Hypno has not scarred me in my Pokemon Sun playthrough, so he gets a C. Krabby, he is a crab. Nothing too special. C. Kingler, bigger crab, but still not too special. C as well. Electrode, Pokeball. I actually really like just how they decided to make a Pokeball a living Pokemon, so B. Electrode, they pretty much just flipped him down and said he blows himself up now. B. Execute, eggs. No, D. It's eggs. Executor, C. It's like a tree with eggs now. He was eggs. Now he's like a coconut tree or something. I don't really know. Cubone, sorry about your mom. You get an S. Marowak, I'm going to give it a B because it pretty much is just a bigger Cubone without the tragic backstory. Okay, now Hitmonlee, he looks like a big kicking potato, and I'm going to give him a C for that. Hitmonchan, a boxer, yeah, he looks like he could definitely beat me up in a fight. Don't want to get on this dude's bad side. C. Lickitung has a giant tongue and is pink. B. Coughing, this is probably the man that started COVID. C. Wheezing, coughing but more. C as well. Actually, no, B. Now, Rhydon, he's like a rock rhino, and I respect him for that. B. Rhyhorn, a bigger rock rhino, now can stand on 2 legs. B as well. Chansey is knowing to catch. F. Tangela is one of those ones where it's like, I'll see it and I'll be like, cool. I won't think to catch it. I won't be mad if I encounter it. It's just a mediocre Pokemon all around. C. Kangaskhan, I like Kangaskhan. They get a B. Mega Kangaskhan is Kangaskhan, but now its baby is older. A. Horsey is a seahorse. It gets a C. Seadra, bigger, more aggressive seahorse. B. Goldeen, it's a goldfish. Nothing more, nothing less. It has a horn. That's about it. C. Sea King. They took the goldfish and oh no, puberty did not do it justice. C. Actually, no, D. Staryu. It is a starfish. Nothing more, nothing less. Starmie. Starfish with like extra limbs. Still a C. Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is one of those ones where it's definitely lower, but it's not the lowest. D. Scyther. Scyther is a certified, just awesome Pokemon. It gets an A. Jynx, the only thing it got going for it are the honkers. D. Electabuzz. Electabuzz is it's cool, but it's nothing like too insane, so it gets a B. Magmar, same situation as Electabuzz. It's one of those ones where I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, cool, a Magmar. But I won't be like, oh, no, Magmar. And I probably won't add it to my team, but I will definitely catch it. Pinsir, same situation as Scyther. Very cool. I love it. A. Mega Pinsir. Oh my god, this thing. Its wings are amazing. Its design, awesome. S. Tauros. It's a bull. Pretty much nothing more, nothing less. Magikarp, fish, but all the memes, and it's amazing. B. Gyarados, definitely awesome. A must-have on my team. It gets an A. Mega Gyarados, they took the kind of snake water dragon that was Gyarados and turned it into a shrimp. B. Lapras. Lapras is cool. I do like Lapras a lot, but it is nothing super special, so it gets a B. Ditto. Ditto can be whatever you want. Ditto is awesome. I like Ditto, but he's kind of just Ditto, so C. Eevee. Eevee is cute. It is fluffy. I want to pet it. It gets a B tier. Vaporeon. Water dog. B. Jolteon. Lightning dog. A. Flareon. Fire dog. I feel like they could have done a bit more with this one, especially its shiny version as well. C. Porygon. Porygon I really like, but it is nothing too insane, so it gets a B. Ammonite. Ammonite, he's just like a little snail. C. They took the snail, made him spiky and more tentacly. B. Kabuto. Kind of basic. Looks like a pushover. D. Kabutops, on the other hand, has scythes on his hand, kind of like a rip-off version of Scyther. B. Aerodactyl. I really like Aerodactyl. He's a pterodactyl, and I'm gonna give him a solid B. Mega Aerodactyl. They pretty much added rocks to the dude and made him look a bit older. C. Snorlax. This fat man is sitting himself on top of a B, because my man's is so fat, he couldn't fit in these two categories. Or these three. Articuno. Definitely cool, but nothing too insane. I feel like they could have done a bit more with his design. I'm giving him an A. Moltres. Zapdos. Definitely could have did more. I like Articuno better than him. B. Moltres. I feel like they had so much potential with a Firebird, and they just kind of made him look like a cooking chicken. B as well. Dratini. Little snake. B. Dragonair. Bigger snake. Now it looks a little bit special. B as well. Dragonite. Dragonite gets an A. It's a dragon, not like very different looking from Charizard, but you can still tell it is a dragon. Mewtwo. Mewtwo is one of those ones where everyone just knows, they know who he is just by looking at him, and I'm going to give him an A. Mega Mewtwo. This version of Mega Mewtwo looks kind of like he would take my lunch money and insult me for giving it to him, and then proceed to still take it anyways. C. This version of Mega Mewtwo, I like him. He looks a lot smarter. Kind of like you would ask him for answers on the homework, and he would just send them to you. Didn't even matter if he knew you or not. A. Mew is just like a Ditto had a baby with a Mewtwo. A. And there we have it. This is my opinions and where I would rank all the 151 original Pokemon and their Mega Evolutions if they have them. And yeah, we only got 4 Fs, which was kind of surprising. Mostly C's and B's. But yeah, definitely just try this out for yourself. I'll leave a link in the description to it. And I will catch you all next time. Adios.